entire nation wiped out in an instant. No fire, no war, no trace of struggle, just lifeless bodies frozen where they stood. What happened to them? Was it a natural disaster, a curse, or something even more terrifying? A sound so deadly it tore them apart from the inside. Science says it's possible. The Quran describes it happening. And today, we're going to uncover the shocking truth behind one of history's most terrifying events. In the vast deserts of northwestern Saudi Arabia lies Al Ula, an ancient city frozen in time. Its towering rock formations and intricately carved tombs stand as silent witnesses to a civilization long gone. But beneath its breathtaking beauty lies a dark and chilling past, the story of a nation that perished not by sword or fire, but by something far more terrifying sound. Thousands of years ago, this land was home to the people of Qawm-e-Samood, a nation blessed with incredible strength and intelligence. They could carve entire homes and temples out of mountains, their architecture standing strong even today. The land was rich and fertile, and prosperity made them powerful. But wealth can be dangerous. The Kamisamud people grew arrogant, believing they were invincible. They became consumed with pride, ignoring the divine signs and replacing humility with cruelty. To guide them back to the right path, Allah sent Prophet Salih alayhi salam. He warned them, reminded them of their blessings, and urged them to turn away from arrogance. But they laughed at him. We will only believe you if you can perform a miracle, they challenged. If you truly are a prophet, then bring forth a camel from this rock. Salih alayhi salam prayed, and by the will of Allah, a living, breathing she camel emerged from the stone, an undeniable sign of divine power. Not only that, it soon gave birth to a calf. Some among the Qawm-e-Samood were awestruck and believed, but the powerful elite refused. Blinded by their pride, they plotted against the innocent camel and killed it. This was their final mistake. As punishment, Allah sent upon them a catastrophe unlike any other. Not fire, not water, but sound. It wasn't an explosion nor a roar of thunder. It was a sound so intense, so powerful, that it shattered everything. The entire nation collapsed, lifeless, without even waking up. Their grand structures remained, but their voices were silenced forever. It might seem unbelievable that something as intangible as sound could take a life. After all, we experience sound every day: music, voices, the wind rustling through trees. But sound is not just something we hear, it is energy traveling through the air in waves. And when those waves become too intense, they can turn into a force of destruction. To understand how sound can kill, we need to look at how it interacts with the human body. Sound travels in vibrations, moving through air and into whatever it touches, including people. Our ears detect certain frequencies, typically between 20 Hz and 20,000 Hz. But outside this range, sound doesn't just affect hearing, it affects the entire body. At extremely low frequencies known as infrasound, below 20 Hz, sound waves penetrate deep into the body. These slow, long waves cause everything they touch to vibrate, including internal organs. Imagine your heart, lungs, and brain being shaken at a microscopic level. At first, the effects might not be noticeable, but with enough intensity, organs start moving out of sync, causing dizziness, nausea, and disorientation. Prolonged exposure can lead to internal bleeding and unconsciousness. In extreme cases, infrasound can rupture organs, causing death without any visible external injury. A real world example of deadly infrasound comes from the Beirut explosion, 2020. The detonation of 2,700 metric tons of ammonium nitrate created an incredibly powerful infrasound wave that was recorded up to 6,000 kilometers away. The explosion generated pressure waves so intense that they shattered windows 10 kilometers away, knocked people off their feet, and caused internal injuries. The shockwave traveled through buildings and human bodies alike, demonstrating how infrasound can cause destruction without visible fire or debris. But infrasound isn't the only way sound can kill. At the opposite end of the spectrum, ultrasound, above 20,000 Hz, can also be deadly under extreme conditions. Unlike infrasound, which travels deep into the body, ultrasound can cause rapid pressure changes in the air, which affect human tissues at a microscopic level. Since the human body is mostly made of water and sound moves faster through water than air, this creates violent vibrations inside the body. The effect, known as cavitation, causes tiny gas bubbles to form inside blood vessels. These bubbles collapse with immense force, ripping apart tissues at a cellular level. While there are no large scale historical events caused by ultrasound shock waves, scientists have explored its effects in military and industrial settings. High frequency directed sound weapons, sometimes called sonic weapons, have been tested to incapacitate people by disrupting their nervous system and causing intense pain, dizziness, and even unconsciousness. But perhaps the most terrifying way sound can kill is through shockwaves caused by extreme sound pressure levels. This was seen during the Krakatoa volcanic eruption in 1883, which produced the loudest recorded sound in human history. The explosion was heard over 3,000 miles away, and the resulting pressure waves ruptured eardrums of sailors 40 miles away. The force of the sound was so extreme that anyone closer would have suffered instant lung collapse and heart failure due to the sheer impact of the pressure wave. So, when the Quran describes the destruction of the Qawm-e-Samood as coming from a terrifying sound blast, it is not just a metaphor. It speaks of a force so powerful that it didn't just shake the ground. They never even got the chance to scream. Imagine an invisible wave, faster than a blink, rushing through the air, unstoppable, inescapable. In an instant, their lungs collapsed, their hearts ceased beating, and their bodies fell lifeless to the ground. There were no survivors, no second chances, just silence. All that remains today are the carved mountains, empty, lifeless monuments to a people who once believed they were invincible. A reminder that even the strongest civilizations can crumble not by swords or war, but by a force they never saw coming. If you want to uncover more mind blowing connections between science, history, and the Quran, make sure to subscribe because there's so much more that will change the way you see the world.